Have you ever seen the woman who looks exactly like the Mona Lisa? She was recently invited to a fashion show, and she went there absolutely delighted.
It's here, the first humanoid robot housekeeper.
Thank you, Neo.
For $20,000, you can pre-order 1X's Neo robot now, with delivery in 2026.
I think you missed a tiny spot over here.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. We're back with a compilation that will make you question everything. And if you do get value from this video, be sure to hit the like button. Now let's get it.
Have you ever seen the woman who looks exactly like the Mona Lisa? She was recently invited to a fashion show, and she went there absolutely delighted. The audience was stunned. Everyone couldn't believe how much she resembled the famous painting. She smiled, posed for photos, and for the first time in her life, became the center of attention. But here's the incredible part, she actually lives in a small rural village. A photographer discovered her completely by chance. And believe it or not, she had no idea she looked like the Mona Lisa. In her home, no one talks about art or history. For the locals, she was just another woman from the village. When the photographer showed her the painting and explained its worldwide fame, she was completely speechless. What fascinates people most about her is that same mysterious expression. You never really know if she's smiling or hiding something behind her eyes. Soon, rumors began to spread online. Some called her a true reincarnation of Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece. Others even offered to hypnotize her, hoping she could recall a past life. But she refused all of it, simply saying she doesn't have time for nonsense. Because back in her village, she has a farm to take care of, goats, cows, rabbits, and a whole little world that depends on her. So what do you think? Could she really be a reincarnation of the Mona Lisa herself? Follow me for more mysterious and fascinating real-life stories.
I'm curious where she's from because to look that much like Mona Lisa and to only now be discovered, she did a good job being discreet.
Alright, this is an old video recording of two extraterrestrials seen walking outside of a farm. Now notice how they walk right through the gate. That's alien technology that allows them to walk through walls and gates. What y'all think about this video?
Nowadays it's getting much harder to rule things out, so this could very well be legit, but let me know what you guys think.
It took me a little while to realize why Papa is giving me a whole chicken head, bro. This is, yo, this is the beak, yo. Oh my God, it's a chicken head. I am so done. Look at the chicken eye, yeah, I'm so done. Like Popeyes, seriously Popeyes? Oh my, oh no, I forgot down for this. Oh no, I forgot down for this. We can't believe. My appetite gone. I can't believe.
I'm not sure if that Popeye's employee cooked that chicken based off pure laziness or they knew that day was their last day working.
I don't think this is Blueface, bro. Straight up. Why I say that? Because he only did 21 months and he came out a completely different person. He put the Telegram tattoo on his face, the MLB baseball logo on his face, the Chase logo on his face, the East St. Laurent logo on his face, and the Walgreens logo on his face. Now who in their right mind would do something like that? Not this Blueface. He wouldn't do it. You see, they want us to accept the new version of Blueface when we're used to the old version of Blueface. Remember? Because I remember. I mean, come on, dogs. Who is this, bro? Huh? Who is this guy right here? Because I don't think, and other people don't think either, that this is the real Blueface. Every time I turn around, he's talking about 101 Dalmatians. People are saying they think that's a malfunction. I don't know. But something is going on with Blueface. Because like I said, guys, I know people that been down that road before 5, 10 years. And they came out the same person. Mind you, these are regular people. They're not as rich as Blueface was. So why would he come out a totally different person? Saying things that he never said before. What's up with that? You seen what they did to Gucci. You seen what they did to Kodak. Let's use 6ix9ine as an example. 6ix9ine did time and he came out the same. Now I'm just playing around, guys. This is Blueface. This is for entertainment purposes only. You know, I'm just messing around. This is Blueface, you know, when you go in and you come out, things change. I really don't know. You let me know.
This must be Blue Mace because I'm having a hard time believing that's the guy who did Christian Rock.
It's here, the first humanoid robot housekeeper.
Thank you, Neo.
For $20,000, you can pre-order 1X's Neo robot now, with delivery in 2026.
I think you missed a tiny spot over here.
Just one little catch. There may be a human behind the curtain, pulling the robot strings.
If I throw up, will the robot throw up?
A company representative may need to peer into your house via Neo's camera eyes to get things done.
To many people, this is crazy.
You have to be okay with this for the product to be useful.
We're twinning now, Neo.
1X is taking on home robotics' biggest challenges, creating a safe body and a smart brain. Its fabric-covered body lets Neo try to do a lot of things humans do around the house. Emphasis on try.
You got this, Neo. You got it.
My challenge, load 3 items in the dishwasher. And that took 5 minutes. The challenge isn't just Neo's body, it's also its brain. It needs to know how to perform tasks on its own, without human help. But right now, everything I saw Neo do was guided by a skilled teleoperator in a VR headset. This is how Neo learns. The videos of the robot doing household work via teleoperation become the training data to make the AI model smarter. That's why 1X is putting Neo in the homes of early adopters.
I think it's quite important for me to just say that in 2026, if you buy this product, it is because you're okay with that social contract. If we don't have your data, we can't make the product better.
The next few years isn't about owning a super useful robot. It's about raising one. But at least this robot can have lots of fun.
No, like this. 6, 7, 6, 7.
The word privacy is becoming a foreign concept nowadays, but having this, you might as well say goodbye to the little bit that we have left.
Had the opportunity over the years to interview, again, people who have worked at the test site at Groom Lake. One gentleman spent 12 of his 30 years in black programs at Groom Lake. When I asked him, I said, first of all, I said, do you believe in UFOs? And he looked at me with a straight face in one-on-one. He said, absolutely, positively, they do exist. I said, can you expand upon that? And he said, no, I can't. About a year later, we were talking about, again, activities at Groom Lake. And I asked him, I said, you know, can you really tell me what's happening out there? And he said, well, there's a lot of things that are going on there that I won't be able to tell you until the year 2025. But we have things in the Nevada desert that would make George Lucas envious. Another individual who was an NCO, an E9, which is the highest grade you can get as an enlisted man. He's a chief master sergeant in the Air Force. Was a safety specialist. He had 3 different tours of duty at Groom Lake on various programs. Now, he had no connection with my friend who worked on other black programs. We were talking, I interviewed him at Nellis in 1985, 86 time frame. And I said, what's out there? And again, he looked me straight in the eye and he said, we have things out there that are literally out of this world. I said, explain. He said, I can't.
Take a look at this. In Egypt, they found this statue or symbol that's over 2,000 years old, and people are saying it's a cursed object from the Egyptians. What could it be?
I'm not sure what that symbolizes in the Egyptian culture, but it kind of looks like Homer in The Simpsons.
A remote view on Nicole Kidman. What came really disturbing is that she died. She died in 2017, but the reason she died was horrendous. She was approached by a cloning company. And the cloning company, they take the DNA and they literally create clones. 5 or 6 clones. And this is very appealing to the celebrities, so they don't have to go to the premieres, they don't have to work, they can just live their life. The cloning company
years old, and people are saying it's a cursed object from the Egyptians. What could it be?
a remote view on Nicole Kidman, what came really disturbing is that she died. She died in 2017, but the reason she died was horrendous. She was approached by a cloning company. And the cloning company, they take the DNA and they literally create clones, 5 or 6 clones. And this is very appealing to the celebrities, so they don't have to go to the premieres, they don't have to work, they can just live their life. The cloning company then makes money out of each premiere, every work that that clone does. But when the original died, she said, when in the contract, if I died, then the cloning company would make most of the money. Only a tiny bit would go to my estate. So she said I was worth more dead than alive. And how they tried to kill me, or how they did try to kill me, is that they said that I got cancer. So they diagnosed her with cancer twice. And she said after I died, she realised there was no cancer at all. It was all a lie. And she killed herself when she got diagnosed with cancer for the second time, which was really sad. So a lot of the celebrities that we see are not real, they're clones. I spoke more about this on my Patreon. So if you want to come and join, you can.
If half of what she's saying is true, that probably explains the confusion people have about Kanye, Kodak, Blueface, Jamie Foxx, and a bunch of others.
No driver's license, no identification. What about social security card?
I don't have one. No. My parents did establish a social security number for me, and the card said not valid unless signed. So I never signed it. And then I studied the issue, and I decided to revoke my social security number.
So in a way, you don't exist.
Yeah. And I had a birth certificate, but there was a flood and it washed away. So I don't have that either. I don't exist in the eyes of the government, but I do exist in the lives of people that know me and my Father in heaven.
I have no clue what happened to Titus. He took off somewhere out there, but I know I can call him, so let me just give it a shot here. Oh,
hello.
Hello, Titus.
Hey. Hello, Peter.
This is the office.
Yes.
So this is where you take all the landline calls.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
So you got to come out of the house if someone calls.
Yep.
So why do you have the phone out of the house? You don't want the distraction?
Yeah, like if I'm studying my Bible or something, I don't want to be interrupted. I I come out here to check messages, and when it's convenient for me on my schedule, I come, and then I'm going.
This is how you get your water?
Yes, I've got a little gutter on the back of this shed here, and it just fills up this rain barrel, and then I just dip it out.
No filter?
No.
This guy wouldn't want that video going viral because he may get a bill in the mail for that water in that blue bucket.
You slipped up. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go. Really? You slipped up. It's too late. What was that about? You got caught doing it, and you said, oh, I read your lips. Stop playing with me, son. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know what the hell that lady was doing in that video, but she did something and she made it seem like she got caught. Shut up! We all know what that means. Now, these people tell you right in your face. And it's up to you to notice it or not, guys. This happened a little while back. This is what people are saying. I don't know anything. But what she did with her hands, something else did with their hands. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game. Guys, you see what's going on out here. Shut up! John Legend tried to play it off. He tried to play it off smooth and cool. He kept a smile on his face. As a matter of fact, I don't know. John Legend looked a little suspect there. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game. Guys, I'm telling you what's going on out here. Shut up! It's too late, lady. You said, oh, I read your lips. Everybody read your lips. We read the room. John was there like, what is this? What is she doing? It's too late. Stop playing with me, son. It's not a game. Guys, you know what's going on in these streets. But I tell you one thing. If I ever see somebody do something like that while I'm on stage next to them and I don't have nothing to do with that, you know what time is it be?
She did it so fast and nonchalant like it was part of her daily choreography.
The humble penny is no more. After 232 years, the last ever 1-cent coin was minted in Philadelphia Wednesday on the president's orders. That's partly because pennies cost, well, a pretty penny. to make nearly 4 cents each. That's according to the U.S. Mint. So 1 penny costs 4 cents. And while some are mourning the end of an era, others just say it's common sense.
The value of the penny, which has long cost more to produce than it's worth, is a decades-old debate, which then U.S. Mint Director Edmund Moy spoke to 60 Minutes about in 2008.
It's unsustainable. You can't sustain losses on pennies and nickels and expect to be a viable organization that benefits the American people.
The Mint says there are now an estimated 300 billion pennies in circulation, but as phasing the coin out transforms it into a potential collector's item, some consumers are asking this question.
How are they going to handle prices? That'll be an interesting discussion.
We reached out to a sampling of major retailers. McDonald's said it would round totals to the nearest 5 cents for cash transactions. The convenience chain Sheetz encouraged cashless payments. And while Kroger said its grocery stores would continue accepting pennies, it asked customers to provide exact change.
An organization representing the retail industry reported yesterday that 2/3 of the nation's largest companies say they're rounding cash transactions to consumers' benefit when pennies are unavailable. That practice, they said, it's costing businesses millions of dollars.
This could have been a move either based on the financial cost to produce 1 penny or just one step closer to being a cashless society.
Bill Gates, he's behind this company that made this new butter, right?
Yes.
Butter. Better believe it's not butter because it's not. It's made out of gasoline.
The company is working with restaurants, bakeries, and food suppliers to incorporate their carbon-made butter. They're walking through where they're making the butter, and there's this thing right here, this huge tub, and it's just
slop water.
It's called slop water. There's just this.
And he's behind this company that's a birth control pill that you take it and you won't have babies for 8 years.
It's in Kenya and Nigeria are the 2 places that it's been approved for rollout. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is behind the rollout. It's for population expansion control, but it's like, dude, 8 years.
Yeah, you're talking about a potential like 8-year minimum gap in population. That's huge.
You're giving all of this out to a population who may or may not be well educated on what to do.
Well, especially if research is coming out now with birth control being a cancer-causing.
It's complicated because it's like...
Yeah, Bill Gates, women's priorities first.
Yeah, 100%.
He's always made human health first
Yeah.
and like never profited.
No.
6'7" is demonic.
No, that means nothing.
6'7", a meme kids can't get enough of and teachers can't get away from.
We are not saying the word 6'7" anymore.
Some schools even banning the phrase in classrooms.
You are no longer allowed to say, what number do you think I'm going to say?
6'7".
All day, every day.
The trend took off a few months ago, but has re-intensified with school back in session. Thought to originate from a rap song by Skrilla. Experts we spoke to say the numbers really don't mean anything.
It's like slang to like make parents be like, what does that mean?
6'7" is a demonic chant that you guys have your kids involved with, and if your kids are doing it, you need to stop them right now. This is Skrilla. This guy's the reason your kids are saying 6'7" from a song he made called Doot Doot. Skrilla is into demonic worship. He is a santero. He's into Palo Mayumbe. And the Doot Doot or 6'7" song is literally a chant and summoning the spirits that he operates in.
I'm a santo. I do Palo. I'm a santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like all that sacrificing goats and all that shit not just for like, that's just real life.
You sacrificed a goat?
Sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like, I do shit for certain shit though. Like, I'm not allowed to explain it. They take y'all in my Godfather crib so he can show y'all some shit with my religion. Yeah.
Follow me. Starts off with Elegua, which is the path opener, Ogun, Ochosi, Shango, Aigayu, Ochun.
Yeah, like you can put bad spirits on people too. Like you can put a person's name and like their birthday and shit like that inside the. You could put them inside the Agun pot. And then Agun like metal, like they can get shot, stabbed, something can happen to them.
So it would be something in metal that would. I heard it from him. He's in Santeria. He worships demons and he summons demons into people to harm people. In specific, he worships Ogun and Yemeya, which number 6 is Ogun in the song, and number 7 in Santeria represents Yemeya, which is exactly what he is saying in the songs. And now your kids are chanting it. It's a reason he used the baby shark theme. There's a reason that your kids feel addicted and 6'7", like they can't stop saying 6'7", and in the songs, it's nothing but pills, drugs, and addiction. Jesus Christ could save witches and people out of witchcraft, and I pray that Skrilla gets radically saved from witchcraft and Santeria in Jesus' name, like many people are coming out of that false religion. It is demonic, it is witchcraft, and Satan is trying to feed witchcraft to lost individuals who need an identity and are vulnerable. They're seeking control, power, knowledge, money, fame, and Satan will love to give it to you in exchange for your soul. But the Bible is clear that the blessings of God come with joy, but the blessings of Satan come with sorrow. Only thing that follows witchcraft is destruction and death. Take your kids, repent and renounce with them, and get 6'7" out of your house in Jesus' name.
I'm not sure why anyone, especially kids, are exposed to that song in the first place.
This shit gives you superpowers. So
Oh shit, can I hold it?
put your face into it and just see what it looks. I got your soul. Everybody that puts this on,
Yeah.
puts their soul inside of this, though. You'll see, though, in a few days.
Yo.
They said salt mines are dark, dirty, and lifeless. They were dead wrong. This is the largest underground salt cathedral on Earth. A chamber so big you could fit 10 football fields inside. The ceiling towers 70 meters high, and yet it was never built for tourists. Asthma patients descend 200 meters underground to breathe air so clean it's like a giant natural lung machine. Since when does a mine double as a clinic? But here's the part they don't tell you. During the Cold War, this entire place was prepared as a nuclear bunker. Some say parts of it are still sealed off, holding equipment and documents no one has ever seen. So is this a tourist site? Or a Cold War relic hiding in plain sight? And yet, walk deeper, and you don't find workers. You find a playground, a Ferris wheel, ping pong tables, kids running underground. It looks less like a mine and more like a simulation built for another world. Think about it. It once supplied salt to European kings, the white gold of empires. Now, you can walk in for just a few dollars. Why would something once reserved for royalty suddenly be so cheap? Some swear the walls hum on their own as if the salt itself is alive. So what is Slanik Prahova really?
This place looks pretty interesting and massive for a good game of hide and go seek.
So by now, I'm sure y'all heard about this new 8th continent that we have that they just discovered. Zealandia, or however you pronounce it. Whole crazy thing is, when we find things, like new discoveries and all of that, when we come across things and find things, how do they already have names? Are we thinking about this? How does this new continent that we just discovered has a name already? And we're saying we found this place. Like we found a continent and we named it this. It's we found Zealandia. How did you find a place that already had a name? It's not like you found it with a sign on it that said, "Welcome to Zealandia." You found it. It almost feel like the people that's in the higher up positions then knew about this place, but they had knowledge on what the name of it could have been, or they named it themselves so long ago that now they just feel comfortable enough to tell us about it because for some reason it's okay for us to know about it now. I don't know.
What do you mean we just discovered an 8th continent? Scientists just discovered this place, Zealandia. And while it is officially the most newest continent, it's underwater. And once this continent rises out of the water, it's gonna start World War III. Because right now the continent of Zealandia is located underneath the city of New Zealand. But this is where it gets more worser. And for reference, the continent of Zealandia is about 6 or 7 times more bigger than California. And once Zealandia finally resurfaces, every country is seemingly going to rush to Zealandia to get all of its gold, oil, and other rich minerals. You know, minerals like coal and redstone from the Minecraft game. But this is where it gets even more insaner. Now, after about 6 or 7 years, scientists have officially declared this as the 8th lost continent, and that Zealandia was originally part of Pangaea. You know, the massive supercontinent? Where Zealandia, once it rises, will be the most beautifulest country in the world, with water that is so blue that it is basically green. And this is where it gets even more wilder. There used to be life in Zealandia. There's a high possibility that this is where Atlantis really was. And whatever you do, do not look up Zealandia baddies. He really got a new continent before GTA 6. Would you ever visit Zealandia?
Yo, what the fuck is this, yo? They finally did it, yo. They finally found alien life. Look at this. Look how crazy it looks. If you turn your phone this way, though, you'll see what it really is. And that is exactly where the lesson is. What you think is reality is just usually your own perspective. So the next time you're not sure about something, ask yourself.
I'm not sure what that is, but that fist pump is going crazy.
Hey guys, so now
we're all just confessing everything since it's the end now and everyone's watching me and I don't have to hide anything anymore because everything done in darkness will be brought to light. And so, so as everyone was mocking me this morning and making fun of me because they're like, ugh, look at her fornicating with a dragon, you know, and I just didn't say anything because I wanted to protect his identity, and I didn't care what people said because I love him. I love him. And, but before that, you know, because there was so much deception going on, because I was like Jesus was posing, you know, as this fallen agent was posing as Jesus and this and that. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So I said, listen, I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth, and I want to know who you are. No, I said, I want to know what you really look like. So show me your true self. And then he showed it to me. He showed himself to me. And he was a dragon. He was a dragon. And the God of Israel is actually a dragon, you know, when he's like, with the blast of the breath of my nostrils, you know, hiding under the shadow of his wings. And just all, Yahweh is a dragon. And I have a dragon tattoo on my back. So anyways, I just didn't care because I know, you know, me sleeping, making love to a dragon is very against the law. It would definitely kill me and my whole family, but I just didn't care. I just didn't care. I just, if I die, if I perish, I perish, okay? And so I did what I did, and I didn't realize that I'm just overwhelmed right now, guys. So I didn't know yet at the time anything. Never mind. It's just so much to say, but oh yeah, because he kept saying, you know, I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'll understand. But he showed me his real self as a dragon, this beast, and he was the one, you know. But I still loved him anyway, and I took a big risk. I broke the law, and I made love to him, and I'm just overwhelmed right now, guys. I'm sorry, but that's Jesus. That's Jesus, because at the last minute I remember him sending me, we were making love, and then he was kissing me, and then all of a sudden, then he disappeared. And I didn't know what happened because I wasn't understanding yet. I just didn't know what was going on or if I was gonna get ready to die. But then he was gone, and but at that time, yeah, I didn't know it was. I didn't know it was Jesus. I didn't know it was Jesus. But it's Jesus. It's Jesus. That the dragon, that he's Jesus, and when he comes back, when he comes back in his true form, because I'm the one who just set him free. I'm the one who did all these things for him. I made love to him, risking my life, and I set him free from the lake of fire, and I released him back to heaven to give him his beauty for ashes. And it's just, this is hard for me right now, guys. This is I'm so overwhelmed. I can't talk straight right now. But Yahweh is Jesus, and when he comes back, yeah, you guys better be ready, because he's gonna make every one of you who fought against me, you will be bowing down before me, because that dragon that I slept with last night, that y'all were making fun of me, that's Jesus. That's Jesus. That was Jesus, because he gave me everything. He gave me the whole world. He died for me. See? But so now I raised him back to life and restored him. So now he's coming back soon, and he's going to make you all bow down to me.
Well, she got one thing right. Yahweh is Jesus, but whichever entity she was dealing with deceived her because Yahweh is not a dragon.
When those things happen and Christians are still here, they're not going to believe that's the Antichrist, and they're not going to believe that's the mark of the beast, and they're not going to believe any of this stuff because we're still here. Because if that's really what that was, he would have already pulled me out of here. That's the risk. That was part of the point of Revelation, was to bring on that conversation. And I had it with Tucker Carlson to begin with. And that is a real risk. So I ask Christians to go read Matthew 24. Go read 2 Thessalonians 2 for yourself. Read it slowly and read it a few times by yourself. Just read it. And word by word, and see what I am saying in these. And then you're going to hear preachers go, he was talking about 70 AD when this happened and that, and they try to twist this thing all the way back to Darby and Schofield and all that. But just read it for yourself. Because everything that needs to be in place for the tribulation to happen is now here. My dad's been preaching since the late 1970s. And he said, John, myself, other preachers, ministers that I knew, none of us could understand how a lot of the things in Daniel and Revelation and 2 Thessalonians 2 could even take place. Like it was like science fiction. He said, like, for instance, it says you can't buy or sell anywhere on the earth unless you bear the mark of the beast. He goes, well, how in the world, we're thinking, would you be able to monitor every single person on the face of the earth? That's impossible. That sounds funny to us now, right? Because of course you can monitor every single human being on the face of the earth. Of course you can. They're doing it right now. They just haven't weaponized it to that point yet. He said, this is my dad. He goes, we didn't have satellites all the way around the earth back then. I mean, you can get a cell signal in Uganda in the middle of nowhere now. Right? I mean, you can talk to anybody anywhere. Mm-hmm. It talks about how the Antichrist can project his message onto the entire earth at the same time. He can basically communicate to the whole planet. I was like, well, how in the world? He said, we're all going, how in the, maybe he's telepathic. My dad said that. We all thought maybe the Antichrist is telepathic. Maybe he can like get in your head and put thoughts in your head and communicate that way. We just couldn't figure it out. He goes, now we've all got these. We talked earlier about the days of Noah, and that's the way it's going to be in the end. And we talked about in the days of Noah where fallen angels thrown down to the earth, polluted the human race, everybody except Noah and his family, God flooded the earth. And the point of the devil doing that was to try to derail the birth of Christ. That was the point. If we can pollute the entire human race, we messed up the bloodline that will eventually have Jesus Christ being born. That was the plan. God saved Noah, they failed. Noah starts it over. Here we go again. You go to the beginning of the New Testament, it shows the entire bloodline of Noah all the way through Jesus Christ, all the way through the end. Beginning of Matthew shows the whole thing. So the question is, if it's going to be like it was in the days of Noah and the devil tried to pollute the whole human race, how's he going to try to do it this time? What's he going to try to do to keep Jesus from coming back where he ultimately loses? What's he going to do? Is he going to try to pollute the human race again? Maybe. How would you do that? I don't know. Tech? Maybe. Again, nobody really knows. These are question marks, but you can read it for yourself and start to put things together. My whole goal is not to convince anybody of anything. My whole goal is to make you think for a minute, go read it for yourself, because if you're alive on this earth when this starts happening and you're a Christian, you need to be able to identify what it is you are seeing. You need to know that's what that is.
Did you see A$AP Rocky's new video?
No.
A$AP Rocky's new video shows how they clone celebrities, specifically rappers.
No.
You didn't see it?
No, I didn't. Let me see it.
So A$AP Rocky, right? His music video was literally showing how people would clone him.
What?
Look,
they showed this? Yeah, music videos are telltale, fam.
So check this out, because there's common conspiracies. Oh, Gucci Mane was cloned, Meek Mill was cloned, all these rappers are cloned. Oh, Kodak Black was cloned. Yeah. Now, A$AP, he put it in a music video that he actually gets cloned himself. I'm not gonna play the music, but I'm gonna show you the video, okay? So see, it just shows somebody on the floor. just kind of like passed out. Now look, these are the businessmen talking. These are obviously, you know, the executives, the elites.
Yeah.
Planning, working. Now that's the rapper.
Money, okay.
Now he's the one they're getting rich off.
Okay.
Now what happens in the video? They go out and party. See, look, they go out and party, and what happens? He passes out.
Okay.
Hold on. Now when he passes out, he's escorted by these people. Oh no. And they pretend like he's still, you know, lucid.
Living, yeah.
Look, and they take him and see these executives, they look at him like, I got an idea. And they put him on puppet strings, see? And the theory is like this actually happens.
Yeah.
Like, look, he's on a string. They're using him to still make money, because if a rapper dies, how are they still gonna get rich?
What the?
A lot of rappers will let you know what they are really about in their music videos, but a lot of people will look at it as pure entertainment.
This digital ID system will be bad. Did y'all know that in 2020 during COVID in China, when there was lockdowns, they had this digital ID system. Now it's way more intricate in China, but they had just began doing this social digital ID system. And did you guys know that people could not leave their apartments unless they had a certain score? Yes, there's a guy on here talking that when you left your apartment, you had to scan to get out of your apartment and then scan to get back into your apartment. And so some people, when they would leave their apartments, the place that they live, they would scan to get out of their apartments. They would lose points while they're out of their apartment, and they would not be able to get in during COVID. These are things that the digital ID will do. So right now in the UK, it's a mandate, but in China, it's law. They want to groom you. They want you to be okay with it and be okay with the little as they incorporate it in, where in order to leave your apartment, you have to scan your digital ID to get out. You're going to have a social score. This is the way that they want us to live. This is the future. Let them tell it. Is the digital ID the mark of the beast? I do think it is the technology that is going to be used, because this scans your face when you're in public. There's cameras and surveillance everywhere. It scans your face when you're in public. In order to get in any building, you have to scan. If you don't have the facial recognition, or you have a criminal record, or they have some dirt on you, or you just don't pay your taxes, whatever the case may be, you cannot get into grocery stores. You cannot buy, sell, or trade anything. This is perfectly lining up with Bible prophecy. This digital ID that is coming to Europe now, it started in Asia, is coming to Europe now, is preparing the way for the mark of the beast.
Free candy?
This looks like the official van of Stranger Danger.
No way.
What kind of candy do you think they're giving out on that thing?
For real? Nah. Shh. Shut up! How is this van allowed to ride around like that? And why is it always a white van? Remember? Remember? No thanks. I don't want no candy. Ain't nobody going inside there. Throw it out the window. Halloween is coming, guys. So, I don't know about this candy. All I do know is that y'all better be careful. Because why go to the store and buy candy if you could just wait for a white van to ride by with a free candy sign? It looks like they spray painted it on. They didn't even do it professionally. We should probably follow these vans to get some free candy. Right? Let's see what type of candy they're giving away for free. Want some candy? Nah, I don't even eat candy. Why is it always a white van though? Nah, I'm just playing about, guys. This video is for entertainment purpose only. It's just a van driving around giving out free candy. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. You want some free candy?
If I was a cop, I'd give that driver a ticket based on how the van looks. Maybe 2 tickets if it's Halloween night, but that's it for the video. Thanks for kicking it with me, but before you leave, smash the like button and sub up, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.